Around 60% of adult Australians are overweight or obese, and we're not being helped by the Health Star rating systems on packaged food. Critics say it's a joke. It's not mandatory for a start, and it gives consumers false impressions of what is and what isn't healthy. They say the system needs a shake-up.
I would say this product, instead of the 3-star health rating, should carry a warning.
Ultra-processed, but with a high Health Star rating.
We've seen that manufacturers have been savvy and they've used this voluntary tool to their advantage.
Are Health Stars working, or is it leaving a bad taste?
Mum lets us have this only on the weekends. It's not an everyday treat.
Paediatric nutritionist Mandy Sacher has gathered the products she believes have the most concerning Health Star ratings, like this packet of lollies, 5 stars.
Glucose syrup is a refined processed sugar that spikes our blood sugar levels very quickly.
Is it a healthier alternative to sugar?
Absolutely not.
11 vitamins and minerals, protein.
Up and Go has a 4.5 Health Star rating.
Up and Go has got 4 teaspoons of sugar. 3 of those teaspoons are added sugar. So a child is having close to half their daily allocated allowance of sugar in one Up and Go.
Nutri-Grain and Milo, they both have 4 Health Star ratings. In your opinion, should they have that Health Star rating?
Absolutely not. If you look at the ingredient list, sugar is mentioned 9 times. I have never seen a product where sugar is actually mentioned 9 times.
These bluey bickies don't pass Mandy's nutrition test either.
First 3 ingredients are refined wheat flour, vegetable oil and sugar. Does that sound healthy?
This packet of twisties, in which MSG is an ingredient, and these sugar-free Super Dupers both have a 3 Health Star rating.
These are the most concerning of all of the products I'm showing you here. One of the ingredients in a Super Duper is banned in the US.
It uses an overall algorithm to calculate a rating. So basically foods lose points for their energy content, saturated fat, sodium and sugar, but they can get some points back for their protein, fibre content and fruit and veg content.
Nutri-Grain has essential fuel.
Health Stars is a government-led policy used in Australia for more than 10 years. But the food manufacturers and retailers themselves are responsible for the correct and accurate use of the system. Dr. Alexandra Jones is lead of the Food Governance Program at the George Institute in Sydney.
What it does mean is that you could have a product, for example, like a muesli bar, that does have some salt and sugar in it, but it's able to cancel out some of those points by putting in extra fibre and protein.
Unwrap the
Alexandra says Health Stars gets it right most of the time, but less than 40% of products are using it.
But the problem is, I think, that it has been voluntary and there are thousands of low-scoring products that we can see in our database, but the average consumer can't see when they go into the supermarket.
Let's take Milo cereal bars, for example. The product has a 4 Health Star rating. There's an image of a young, fit girl doing sport on the front. You could argue that it's a great marketing ploy.
What you've touched on there, I think, is the fact that food labels are contested real estate. So for the food industry, that's marketing space. For government, it's a potential public health tool.
Today, 7-year-old Scarlett and 5-year-old Jackson are especially excited. They get to eat some of their favourite foods.
It tastes delicious.
Does Mum let you eat these?
No,
Why not?
because they're too sugary.
I am a time-poor, full-time working mum, and I rely on the star ratings to give me a general idea as to whether it's going to be healthy for my kids or not.
This mothers group, Caroline, Steph and Michelle, all admit they have little understanding of how the star rating system works.
I always think that, you can slap on whatever label you like about protein, fibre and calcium, but at the end of the day, the numbers is what's going to really give me like a sold sign where I'm going to come back and buy it again.
So I do give my kids an Up and Go in the morning, mostly my son because he's a really fussy eater. So at least if he has an Up and Go, I feel like a little bit more comfortable sending him to school knowing his tummy's full.
Mandy, I love what you've done here. You've given us a supermarket alternative and a homemade option too. Let's start with the Up and Go swap.
We've got a very basic smoothie. Banana, milk, peanut butter, a little bit of cocoa powder. Around 80 cents to 90 cents per smoothie. When we look at an Up and Go, we're looking at over $2 per carton.
Mandy suggests Wheat Bix for breakfast and make your own Super Dupers by using watered down fruit juice.
They taste sweet and crunchy.
But how do we get our kids to make healthy choices?
I love blue.
Paediatric speech pathologist Mandy Lee Adno suggests separating always and sometimes foods.
If they've never been exposed to it, well, one scenario is they won't try it, they won't have it because it's something that's scary. Another thing is if we deny it and if constantly saying to our kid, you can't have that, it's unhealthy, they're going to binge.
This is a sometimes food.
The message I'd really like to give consumers is that it does work pretty well on most products. If you see a product you don't trust, just keep shopping.
Yeah, it can be hard to know what is and what isn't healthy with the star rating system as it is. Best idea, go with fresh and unprocessed if you can.